Hello, I'm Katie Friesen-Smith. I'm the director of Bethel's Youth Theology Institute called Living the Questions. You might not know this, but Bethel University has a Youth Theology Institute for high school students where we create space for high school students to become truth seekers and world changers. So we've started a weekly vlog where we are sending out reflections and thoughts on how to engage youth in dialogue, reflection, and service. I'm intentionally creating this vlog while I'm walking, while I'm creating movement. Recently, I facilitated a virtual retreat with high school students, and one of the things that I noticed is that our mode of operation when we go to an online setting is to have one person talking to the other people. In this particular case, we were using the Zoom platform, and the students were sitting there watching whoever was the one talking. And so between day 1 and day 2, this was a Friday night retreat that went into a Sunday morning retreat, I noticed that we didn't have a lot of movement happening. So spontaneously on Friday night, when I was wrapping up the retreat with a witty wrap-up, that's what I called it, I invited the students to run into the house and find a mitten that they had worn during the winter season. I was about to do a high five activity with the students, and I thought, I need them to move because I'm noticing that they're getting this glaze over their face, and they have this sense of sort of this Zoom gloom because they've been sitting. So what I'm noticing about practices to help students or even adults with these activities of this dialogue and reflection and service, movement needs to be involved. We need to move our students into small groups to discuss. They're going to discuss more if they're in this smaller setting and they have a relationship with someone. In order to do service, we need to invite some movement with our hands and with our feet to do something. And if we want to invite them into this moment of reflection, even taking a walk like I just did, having them reflect on their day, having them reflect on how God is entering into that is going to be an important piece. So as I'm thinking about best practices around engaging youth in becoming truth seekers and world changers, movement is an important part. We need to embody the truth that we want to become. We need to embody the change that we want to become. And so how can you, as you are working with youth today, as you're working with adults, as you're working really with anyone in any kind of relationship, how can you invite them to go ahead and engage in movement? Today, my challenge for you is I'm going to invite you to take a movement by walking. Go for a walk, and as you go for a walk, I'd like you to pay attention to what God is saying to you about your day and what He would like you to engage in the rest of the day. As you do that, I'm sure that God will say something, and if He does, please leave a post on our page. Let us know what God is saying to you as you engage in movement. Again, this is Katie. I'm the director of Living the Questions, Bethel's Youth Theology Institute at Bethel University in St. Paul, Minnesota. If you'd like to learn more or participate in our summer program, check out our website at living-the-questions at bethel.edu. Again, that's living-the-questions at bethel.edu. Until the next time, blessings.